I called the cops on my stepdad yesterday and caused my mom to finally want a divorce. My stepdad 49M has a big problem with drinking and has gone to jail 3 times in the last 2 years because of it. Every single time, I was the one who had to call the cops on him for being violent and hitting my mom 38F and my little brother 14M. This time, he kept calling my mom while she was at work to yell at her for not bringing him food and kept calling me every time my mom wouldn't listen just so he could complain to me and yell at me for not telling her to bring him food while she's at work. During all of this, stepdad was around 30 minutes from my mom, and even if she were to have taken him food on her lunch break, she wouldn't have made it back on time to clock back in, and she would have gotten in big trouble with her boss. On top of all the yelling, he was sending some threatening text messages to both of us and threatened me on call while drunk, which I had on recording. Now, he was already 1.5 years into a 3-year probation sentence and wasn't allowed to drink or have face-to-face contact with my brother. Both of those he broke within the first week of probation and kept breaking up until this point. This didn't bother me since he wasn't being violent, raising his voice, or being overly too much like he had been in the past. The morning this situation happened, his PO put out a warrant for his arrest, but didn't know where he was. After I had talked to my mom, she sent me all the screenshots she had of all the texts he sent, which pushed me over the edge. I knew where he was and knew enough details to make sure the police got him for the right things. I called the non-emergency number for my town and gave them everything they would need to know to catch him and make sure he wasn't allowed to get in contact with my mom. The best part of all of this, the last time he called me, which of course involved him yelling at me for not telling my mom to do things for him, the police showed up and took him with them with me still on the phone. I heard everything that happened and everything he would be charged with. I do not feel bad at all for doing this. I was protecting my family from his verbal and possible future physical abuse. We have been through enough in the past, and we didn't need to go through anything else because of all of this, and now Mom is planning on getting divorce papers sent to the jail so all of this can finally end and so she can protect us from his drinking problems.